Hello Messy Churchers, hope you're all doing well and surviving the lockdown okay. Now you may have noticed recently that Thursday evenings have got very noisy as we all go out and make some noise for our NHS and key workers. But we at Messy Church think they're not quite noisy enough. So today I'm going to show you how to make 3 crafts that all make a lot of noise for our carers. First of all, we've got this shaker that also doubles as a drum. Then we've got this rather funky little hand drum. And then finally, we've got a kazoo. So 3 wonderful crafts to make a noise for our NHS and key workers. And all of these can be made very simply from bits and pieces that you've probably already got at home. So if you want to know how to make these, then follow me and I'll show you how to do it step by step. Let's get going. We want to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. So the first craft I'm going to show you how to make is this noisy shaker, which also doubles as a drum. Very simple to make, so follow me and I'll show you how to do this step by step. Okay, to make this craft you just need a few basic things. So an empty tin can. I'm sure most of us have got one of these in the recycling. So wash it out and remove the label. Be very careful with them because they can have sharp edges inside. You also need something to make some noise. So some rice, some dried pasta, or I've got some gravel here to make a lot of noise. A balloon you're going to need, small balloon, and a pair of scissors. And this label here will go on our tin afterwards. You can find this on our website and the link is there in the description for you to download that from our website. So first of all, we take our tin can and make sure your tin can is washed out and the label removed. Do be careful, it can have sharp edges still inside, so don't touch the insides of it, but make sure you wash your can out so as it's ready to use. Then what we're going to do is put something inside to make some noise inside the can. You can use rice, you can use dried pasta. What I'm using here is some gravel because I want to make a lot of noise. So you just simply pop whatever you've got inside your can and already that makes quite a good noise. But we want to make even more noise than this. So now we're going to take a balloon. Now take whatever balloon you like. I'm going to use a blue one because this is to give thanks to our NHS and key workers, so this seems an appropriate colour. And what you want to do is simply snip off the end of that balloon, like so. And then being very careful, you want to open that balloon up from the inside, stretch it right out and place it over your can. Now you need to be very careful when you do this. Do not catch your fingers on the edges of the can because it might be sharp. Now stretch the balloon all the way around the can. To make sure it doesn't come off, we're just going to use some duct tape. I've got this funky duct tape here, and what we want to do is just stick down around the edge of the balloon where it meets the can to make sure that that's not going to come off there in a hurry. Just make sure it's stuck down. We don't have to be too neat with this because this is going to be covered up. Just make sure it's nice and secure. That should do there. And so you should find that already this is looking okay and it already makes quite a good noise. So all that's left to do now is just to finish this off nicely. We're going to use our label. And so this label is designed to go around the tin. So all we want to do is turn it over and put some Pritt stick on the back of the label here, like so. And then starting with this edge here, we want to wrap it around our tin and overlap it like so. Stick it down, and there you have it, your nice noisemaker to say thank you to our NHS and key workers. So there you have it, your very own shaker and drum. So don't forget to go outside Thursday evening, 8 o'clock, and make some noise for our NHS and key workers. Have fun, see you again soon. We want to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. So today I'm going to show you how to make this funky hand drum. Very simple to make from bits and pieces you've probably already got at home. So if you want to know how to make this, follow me and we'll do it step by step together. Okay, for this craft what you need is the inside of an old reel of tape. So if you've got some large sellotape, or this was from a roll of parcel tape, if you've got one of those spare, that's what you need for this. A thick one works better than a thin one, but a thin one will work okay as well, I think. And what you will notice that I've done first of all is to drill 4 holes in the outsides of this in the middle. So you'll definitely need to get an adult to do that for you, but you're going to need 4 holes that are large enough to get a pencil through the hole. So that's what you want to do. So first of all, once you've drilled those 4 holes, you need to get a pencil and push your pencil all the way through from top to bottom, straight the way through 2 of those holes. And you want the holes so as it's a firm fit. So you want to be able to rotate it like that with the pencil. So push it all the way through until it's almost at the end. So there's just a little bit sticking out of the top, and that there is perfect. Then what you want to do is get a piece of ribbon and thread your ribbon through the other holes on the side. And it's a good idea to wrap it around the pencil once you get to the middle as well. So wrap it around the pencil like that before you push it through the other side. Okay, then try and make sure that your ribbons are roughly even on either side. Doesn't matter too much. Then what you want to do is tie a knot to stop it coming through. So tie a knot in your ribbon and push it right the way up to the edge of your reel of tape like that. This is just to stop it from moving around too much. So pull that tight on that side, and then you want to do the same on the other side. And try if you can to make sure it's right up to the edge. Like so. So hopefully that should be relatively secure. It's just to stop it moving around too much in there. Now what you want to do is we're going to add a button onto each side of the ribbon. Now what's going to happen when we twist this is these ribbons are going to flap in front and behind. So you want to imagine that you're going to attach your button so as it hits the middle of the drum. So that's roughly about right, I think. So then I want to snip off the ribbon just at about there. And then what I want to do is attach that button to that piece of ribbon. So I'm just going to use a small piece of sellotape. And I'm just simply going to attach the button to the ribbon using some sellotape like that. As an alternative to this, you could sew it on if you really want to. But again, you'll need an adult to do that. But this should work just about okay. Try and make sure it's as secure as you possibly can. And then we're just going to do the same on the other side. So once again, imagine the button hitting the middle of that drum. And we want to snip it off like so. Again, just a small piece of tape. And we're just simply going to attach the button to that ribbon like so, and make it as secure as we possibly can. Okay, so that's looking okay. What's going to happen now is they swing around, make sure they don't come off. That's looking okay. Right, now a really fun bit. So we're going to take two balloons. We want one for each side. It can be any colour that you like, roughly about this size. We want them nice and stretched once they're over. And we're simply going to snip off the end of the balloon. So be very careful when you do this, but snip off the balloon like so. And this is going to be stretched all the way over here. Now, stretch it as tightly as you can. And you want to make sure that it goes over like that, like so. And then give it a stretch down, make sure that it's nice and tight. And what you're looking for is when it's hit, it makes a nice noise. So to make sure that doesn't come off, we're going to use some duct tape around the edge of it. So I've got this nice funky duct tape that I've got from a craft shop. If you haven't got any duct tape, then any tape should work, even just some sellotape or something like that should work. You just want to make sure that that balloon isn't going to come off the drum. That's about there. And make sure it's nice and secure all the way around. That's one side done. Now we're just going to do the same on the other side. So again, snip off the balloon. Again, as tightly as you can around the outside of the tape like so. Make sure it's nice and stretched. And again, we just want to make sure this isn't going to come off. So we're going to put another piece of tape around the outside. And this will also finish it off nicely. Make sure that there's no gaps in it. Just looks a bit more attractive this way. should just about do it. And there we are. Just make sure those knots are out if we can. And there we are. A nice drum to make a noise for our NHS and key workers. So there you have it, your very own hand drum. So don't forget to take it outside Thursday evening at 8 o'clock to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. Have fun, and we'll see you again soon. We want to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. So today I'm going to show you how to make a kazoo. Very simple to make from bits and pieces you've probably already got in your homes. So follow me and I'll show you how to make this step by step. This craft is a dead easy one. All you need for this is a cardboard tube. I'm sure we've got plenty of those around somewhere at the moment. We need a piece of greaseproof paper, a small piece of that. If you're watching in America, this is called wax paper where you are, same thing, greaseproof paper, wax paper, also known as parchment paper in some places. And this label is going to go around the tube at the end. You can find this on our website, so go there and you can download that. And then all we need is some Pritt stick and some sellotape. That's all you need for this. Really, really simple. So first of all you do is take the greaseproof paper and you place it on top of the cardboard tube. And then we're just going to tape this down. So very simply just tape it down like so. Do the same on the other side. A little bit of tape there on that side. Then tape again, and one more on this side. Don't have to worry about being too neat because we're going to cover it up. So you might just want to neaten the edges down as well. So again, you can just have some more tape around there. You don't have to worry about sealing it up completely. If you've got a few gaps, you might actually find it works better. So don't worry too much at all. Okay, so that's just about perfect, like that. So that's what we're looking for, is a piece of greaseproof paper on the top and it to be sellotaped around the sides like so. Now all we need to do is take our label and wrap it around the edge. So just going to get a scrap piece of paper and we want to glue this on this side. So very simply make sure all the edges are glued. And again, make sure we've got some glue in the middle as well, so that it will stick nicely to our tube. And then we just want to wrap that around from this side, all the way around. And it should overlap at the other edge like so. And so there we are. And what you might find helpful to help it make more noise as you blow into this, the air needs to come out somewhere. And if you've got a gap around here, that might be fine. But in most cases, what you're probably going to need to do is to put a hole in the back there. So very carefully, with a pencil or a pair of scissors, punch a hole in the back. So again, get an adult to help you. Just push a hole into there like so. Make sure it's a nice, sizable hole. And that should help the sound to come out when it vibrates against here. And so there you are, there you have it. And if you've got it right, it should make a nice noise. There you are. And that is your Kazoo noisemaker to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. So there you have it, your very own Kazoo. Don't forget to take it outside Thursday evening at 8 o'clock and make some noise for our NHS and key workers. Have fun and we'll see you again soon. So there you have it, 3 very simple crafts that you can make at home to make some noise for our NHS and key workers. So don't forget to take them out on Thursday evening at 8 o'clock and make some noise for our NHS and key workers. Have fun. See you again soon.